The next game on our list, it's the Cleveland Browns traveling to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. The Cleveland Browns are at 2-1, leading the way with Jacoby Brissett, and the Atlanta Falcons are 1-2. Kind of surprising some teams to start off the season. What is it that Atlanta's doing that's keeping them in games that's looking so nice?
Directly from the head coach. Head coach said it all off season, what the kind of team they want to be about competing and how they want to approach this season. And I think they know that they lack the talent compared to some of the other rosters in the NFL, but they're not running from that. They're not shying away from that. They understand where they're at. And they've just said, you know what, we're just going to give everything. And I think the players have bought in, and you're seeing some growth at some key positions. So despite how bad I thought they might be or at certain positions or what they would do, I think they're just buying in. And I think that's what's important. When you have a team that doesn't match up on paper with the talent, I think that's what you have to have. You have to have that extra Vinny factor, that emotional, mental side of it. And I think that's where it's at. I think it's like playing with a chip on your shoulder, and they're okay understanding that they probably won't win many football games, but they don't believe it. They're NFL players. They want to win every game, and they think they're getting paid just like everybody else. And they've gotten there because they're talented and they think they can do it. But from an organizational standpoint, I do think they knew this was a rebuild kind of thing. And but they've been playing well, better than I thought they would have, which has allowed them to be in some football games.
Yeah, I think the Falcons right now have been surprising a lot of teams. Like you said, they got the dog mentality. I think their head coach, that's kind of what they have instilled on them. And no matter what the talent is on this team, they're going to fight and they're going to battle. Might not always result in wins. It's the Houston Texans effect. It's not always going to result in wins, but you're going to be able to battle and be in some games. They take on the Cleveland Browns, though, another team that we thought that they just need to hold on until Deshaun Watson comes back. But we talked highly about Jacoby Brissett being able to get the job done, not doing too much, but doing just exactly what the Cleveland Browns need to do in this game, in games to win. With now 2 wins, obviously, it's really though been led by Nick Chubb, and he is on a special pace. It's actually funny in this game. I don't know if I would have been able to predict this, but there's 3 players that have over 300 rushing yards this season. There, 2 of them are in this game: Patterson and Nick Chubb. So, with the running backs, who do you think has the better game here, Chubb or Patterson?
Oh, that's not fair. Come on, man. It's not fair. It's not fair.
I think it is fair. I think it is fair.
It's not fair. It's not close. It's Nick Chubb. It's not even close. This guy's the best running back in football. Pure running back in football. I've said over the last couple of years, I thought he was one of the best, very up there with top 2. As a pure running back, and this is my favorite type of player. That's why I will still die on the Zeke Hill. It's why I love running backs that play the running back position like that. Nick Chubb is that. Yards after contact, ability to break tackles, still has the breakaway speed when he gets into the open field to gain big yardage. But to hand the ball off to somebody 25 times and know you're getting 100+ yards, going to find the end zone, red zone threat, not terrible as a pass catcher. He can catch out of the backfield. His versatility, his vision, all the accolades you could give to a running back. He has everything, and he's not bad at any of it. And that's what it makes him special. He's the best pure running back in football. Nick Chubb is the guy you have to go with there. Cordell Patterson's good, and the way he's resurrected his career is honestly something amazing. And you should give all the credit to that Atlanta coaching staff for being able to get that out of him, because where were the other coaches that couldn't? Like, that's what I want to know. Where were those other coaches in where the Raiders and the Vikings and I don't know, did he play for New England for a minute? I don't know where he played at, but where were the other coaches when this guy was on the field and we knew he was a great kick returner, and all of a sudden now he's some great offensive threat but couldn't be used until he was 30 years old. So I don't quite get that. Don't understand that, why it took so long in his career, but he's definitely resurrected a career in Atlanta, and shout out to Arthur Smith and that coaching staff. But the answer is Nick Chubb, and it's clear.
Yeah, that's fair. Who you got in this game? Browns, Falcons?
Man, I'll be there on Sunday. First of all,
Hey, there you go.
I will be there. I'm gonna go Cleveland. I think they're just playing really well. Another good matchup for Jacoby Brissett here. Oh man, I'm thinking about changing. I might go Atlanta.
I think you going to this game and you being around Atlanta is kind of clouding your judgment here.
I don't know. The numbers say Cleveland's a 1-point favorite. Atlanta's at home. They're coming off of a win. I'm gonna take Atlanta. I'm gonna take Atlanta in this game. I think it's a little bit higher scoring than we think, and I think it's 27-20, 27-25.
I do think Atlanta can win this game.
27-25 Atlanta.
I think that they can make this happen. I think Atlanta can win this game. I don't think that they are going to win this game. I think it comes down to, and I told myself at the beginning of the season, and I actually after last season when I sucked so much at my predictions last year, just to not outsmart the talent on the field. And I think that there's more talent on the Cleveland Browns side of the ball, and that will win over the Atlanta Falcons. That's where I'm at. I told myself I'm going to stick to that. Although I do like my emotions want to pick the Atlanta Falcons. My emotions want to pick them because I like teams that battle. I
you're emotional.
But and that's what I'm saying. But I'm still picking Cleveland here. I'm going to go with Cleveland 28-24 Cleveland. But I do think that, I don't know. Yeah, 28-24 Cleveland. But again, like you said, I am emotional. I like teams that work hard, that battle back. But I also like teams that are just finding ways to be competitive. And like we talked about Kyle Pitts at the beginning of the season not doing that great. Weeks 1 through 2, he only had 38 yards, 19 yards back-to-back games. Since then, in just week 3 alone, he had 5 receptions, 87 yards in that game last week. The Falcons are recognizing problems and trying to fix problems right away. Like some teams, they just struggle all season long. The Falcons are recognizing, getting better. That's what you want to see from the Falcons, but I still have the Browns winning this game.